This is R.D. Sharma, chapter number 25, Parabola. So we'll see the theory today. Conic sections. What are conic sections? This word has come from conic and section. So conic has come from cone. Cone, ice cream, you remember, you used to eat. And section, if you take different section, different parts, or cut the cone in different planes, different sections will be formed. In our normal life, you will see circle, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. This circle, because circle is quite known to you, this circle has come from where? Can we have some mathematical representation out of it or some formation? So when you eat an ice cream, this is kind of a cone you see generally. This is a cone. Now when you take this cone and make a formation in two ways, that is one over another. It's okay when we talk about circle and ellipse, etc. But when we talk about hyperbola, then we need more than one cone in certain formation. And this parabola, ellipse, all will have different shapes. A parabola, I'll show you, there are four kinds of parabola. So one cone we inverted another cone and had a formation. For example, take a rod or a stick, fix it somewhere and just revolve it around some axis. So the upper portion will be this figure, below also. So this is a stick fixed on one point and we just revolved it. So this form is kind of a figure, two cones, one another. So this cone or stick is called generator because it is generating this figure. The point we fixed, we'll call it as vertex. If you make a triangle, you see that there are three vertices. One vertex, so make it three, so three vertices. Here we have a line, and on this axis, on the basis of this axis only, we moved that stick, that generator. So that will be called as an axis. On this axis, what is this angle? The axis and that stick angle between them, this is called as vertex angle. In most of the book it is called as alpha, vertex angle. And there will be a locus being formed. When you swirl it, you rotate it, that stick around some axis, there will be some directrix. So the best idea is to understand that take a plane, simple, and just take it perpendicular to this axis and cut this shape, either above or below. Just cut this. So this is the axis, and the plane which is cutting this cone is the axis, and this plane is perpendicular. That is, the angle between these two is pi by 2. So a circle is what? Circle is a point which is moving such that its distance from one point always remain the same. Now just start tilting that plane. Some tilting, then again tilting, then again tilting. So you just tilt it, it will be ellipse. Now tilt it more. Not fully, not cutting. If you extend it, it should not cut the upper cone also. So we took this plane, when we formed the ellipse, we just tilted it. So let us say that the angle it is making is beta. So alpha and beta, there has to be some relationship. So when we increase, alpha will be equal to beta, alpha will be greater than beta, alpha will be less than beta. So these all angles will form different shapes. Now again come to hyperbola. Now again shift this plane or tilt this plane and cut this. So it will cut the above cone also and below cone also. Both part it will come. Cut. So that will be hyperbola. So this is how different shapes will be formed as conic sections. So let me explain you again, or we can have one cone only. So this is one cone. Take the plane straight, that is the angle of the plane and the axis 90 degree. Tilt it will be the axis and the plane, the angle between them. So this theta, if theta is pi by 2, this theta is pi by 2, and if this theta is alpha, you know this is the angle. Sometimes this theta is also called as beta in various books. When theta is equal to alpha, it will be parabola. When theta is greater than the alpha, you will get an ellipse. When theta is less than alpha, so two cuttings will be there, it will be hyperbola. So these are all conic sections, because it has come from, or we can get it from, a cone. So conic section is the locus of a point moves in such a way that its distance from a point and distance from a fixed line always bears a ratio or a constant. It will be a constant. I'll just explain you that thing again. So what all we got? Conic section. So we took a plane, a conic section, as I said, or conic is the locus of a point which moves in such a way that its distance from a fixed point S always bears a constant ratio to its distance from a fixed line, all being in the same plane. So the point which is having a distance from two things, one with a point is a distance from a point and a distance from the line. Please remember, distance from a point and distance from a line, these two distances, if you take the ratio will always be constant. That is, this d1, the distance from say a line divided by the distance from a point, or you can take it otherwise also. So this distance is called the eccentricity. If this eccentricity is 0, if this constant value is 0, you get a circle. If this E, which is the ratio of two distances, one from line, one from point, it is between 0 and 1, you will get ellipse. If this the ratio is only the distances, two distance ratio. If this E is 1, that is both are same distance, it will be parabola, and if E is greater than 1, you get hyperbola. Now let me take one of the conic section. Let me take a parabola. So this is one of the conic section, parabola. As I told you, there will be a point. This is moving such that it is the distance of it from a fixed point. The fixed point, let us call it as focus. The point which is moving, having a distance from say some point focus, we'll call it as a focus. And this point is having a distance from a line. So these two distances, distance from focus and distance from line we call it as, let us say, directrix. Let us call it as directrix. So P distance from focus and P distance from directrix, and these two distances in parabola, as we see that parabola E is 1. So this D will be equal to D. So D1 equal to D2. So a line which is passing through the focus and perpendicular to the directrix. A line which is passing through focus and perpendicular to the directrix is called the axis of symmetry. What is the vertex? The conic section. What is the vertex? The point of intersection of conic section and the axis is called the vertices of the conic section. So this is a conic section. When this parabola intersects with axis of symmetry, that is this point, this call it as vertex. One more thing, latus rectum. Latus rectum of any conic is the chord passing through the focus and perpendicular to the axis. So from here we make a line which is perpendicular to the axis of symmetry. So this line will be called as the latus rectum. Latus rectum. And the distance of parabola, means the distance of this or length of this latus rectum for parabola is 4a. What is the eccentricity? Main thing is eccentricity. Eccentricity, this is a constant ratio. This is the eccentricity of conic section. We denote it by E. The distance, say from distance underscore, say from focus, and distance underscore distance from directrix. This is the eccentricity. If you understand this, it is eccentricity, you will know all the conic section. So let me make a general equation of a conic section. Let me make a general equation. So by the definition, there is a fixed point and there is a fixed line. Now there is a point which is moving, and the distance of this point from this fixed point, say this is called as S. So alpha and beta, we call it as focus. And a line, this is also fixed line. So ax plus by plus c equals 0. We call this as a directrix. This is a directrix. So this point is moving. The distance of this point from the line, say this, always a point will have a distance which is a perpendicular distance from a line, right? So h and k always we take a locus, so we always take h comma k. So by the definition, PM, the distance of this moving point from the line directrix, PM will be equal to the distance of this point, moving point from the fixed point which is focus. So eccentricity will be, by the definition of conic section, it will be SP, this distance D1 let us say, and this D2 say PM. So SP by PM is the eccentricity for any conic section. This thing is always true. So SP will be equal to E into PM. E is eccentricity. Now what will be the SP? We'll use the distance formula here. H minus alpha whole square plus K minus beta whole square. Actually it should be in under root, but I'm going to square it. So I'm not writing the square root. H minus K whole square plus K, this K minus beta whole square. And I'm squaring it because under root, I just don't want under root on the left hand side. So under root I have just tried to avoid it. So I squared it. E square. PM will be also squared. So what is the distance? A point. What is the distance of a point from a line? We'll put H in place of X. We'll put K in place of Y plus C by under root A square plus B square. And remember, we have squared it. This is squared. So this will be X minus, I'm replacing now H and K by X and alpha. When we try to find out the locus, we replace HK by XY. X minus alpha whole square plus Y minus beta whole square equals E square. And this is AX plus BY plus C by X and Y, again H and K we have replaced by X and Y, A square plus B square. So this is the general equation of a conic section. We also have a Cartesian equation. When we simplify, what do we get? This is again a form of a conic equation. Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy. This is one of the equation, right? When you resolve it, you will get an equation, and this other equation which I am telling is Cartesian equation of a conic section. This is also a general equation of second degree. This is general equation of second degree again for conic section. How do you represent it? Please remember, what are the constants? A, B, H, G, F and C. So in this equation, Ax square equation, if A is equal to B and H is 0, this will become a circle. Second case, if H square is AB, this H is there and A and B is the coefficient of X square and Y square. H square equals AB, it will be a parabola. Third, if H square is less than AB, H square is less than AB, it will become an ellipse. Fourth, if H square is greater than AB, then this will become a hyperbola. So these are all the scenarios which you need to learn when you know the conic section. Parabola. What is a parabola? Parabola is one of the conic sections. It's one of the conic sections. If you take a cone and you cut it through a plane with different angles, different conic sections will be formed, different shapes will be formed. So one of the shape will be parabola, one of the figure will be parabola. Parabola we are going to use, or we are using it in different fields. If you throw a stone, it will take a projectile motion, that is a parabola only. There are other conic sections also, and what is actually they have the same definition. If you take any point on the parabola, its distance from the fixed point, which is focus, and the same point, its distance from a fixed line, we are calling it as directrix. It will be always have a fixed ratio. So if FP is the distance of this point from a fixed point focus, and the distance of this point P from the line, which is DPD, for every conic section the ratio will always be a constant, and this constant is known as eccentricity. In parabola, eccentricity is 1, that is FP equals PD. You can call that both the distance will be same, because E is 1. The distance from the fixed point and distance from the fixed line of any moving point is always equal, and that forms a parabola. So this is one of the form, and there are different 4 forms which are possible, which we are going to discuss. So let us make a standard equation of this parabola. So you have known the concept, so we'll try to ease this situation. So this is a focus, that is a fixed point, and let us make a line which is the fixed line. We talked about 2 things, a fixed point and a fixed line, and then we have a locus, or the movement of that point, which will form a parabola. That point, the distance from this focus and the distance from the directrix, that is the straight line. So we will have multiple points and we'll join them, that is the parabola. So we will have one of the point, its distance from the focus and its distance from the directrix is equal. So let us say that this point is 0, 0. The distance from this point, which is on the parabola, from the focus is A, and this same distance has to be from the directrix. So it's A again, but let us take it as minus A0. So we have taken this as the axis, which is the axis of symmetry. This is the axis of the parabola. 0, 0 is the origin. Make a line, straight line, parallel, which is actually the y-axis. So we have this axis of symmetry, we are taking as x-axis here, and the directrix and the point from the, say, vertex is y-axis. So 0, 0, from 0, 0 it's y-axis, and the directrix is parallel to this y-axis. So now a shape will be formed, and all these points will have equal distance from the focus and the same distance from the directrix. So this point is called as vertex. This is the directrix, we have already talked about it, directrix. Focus is the point which you see A0. So we have tried to fit it on a coordinate axis so that equation can be formed easily. So take any of the point, any point you can take. Now this point, the distance by definition of parabola, by definition of conic sections, the distance of this point from the directrix will always be equal with xy distance with A0. So the equation of directrix is what? Because it is at A distance from the y-axis, so it's minus A0, so x is equal to minus A here. So x plus A equals 0 is the directrix. Now any equation of the line is ax plus by plus c. How about the distance of any point from the line? So we have to find out the perpendicular distance of a point from the line, and which we already know. So we can write this x plus a as the standard form, like x plus 0 y plus a, to just imitate it as ax plus by plus c. Now put x and y here. So x and y we are putting, and divided by the coefficient of x and y. So 1 square plus 0 square, this is the perpendicular distance of xy from the directrix. This is the distance I am talking about. So this will be 1, 0, this will not be there, so this is P. Let us call it as P, F and D. So this is P, C, this is D, and this is F. So let us join it. So this is the perpendicular distance of xy from the directrix. So it will be x plus a divided by 1 square plus 0 square, that is 1, under root 1 is 1. So x plus a it is. Now let us find out PF. So we'll use the distance formula, 2 points are there. So what will be PF or FP? X minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square under root, in the root. So this will be x minus a whole square plus y square under root. And PD and PF are equal for parabola. So PD and PF, just equate them. That is, x plus a has to be equated with x minus a whole square plus y square under root. Now square both the sides. X plus a whole square will be equal to x minus a whole square plus y square. X plus a whole square, let us open this. X square plus a square plus 2ax. And on the right hand side we have x square plus a square minus 2ax plus y square. So this 2x minus, I am taking out on the left hand side, x square, a square I am cancelling. So y, 4ax on the left hand side, y square right hand side, so y square equals 4ax. So this is the equation, standard equation of parabola, y square equals 4ax. So we will have 4 equations like this, 4 equations. Before going to other equations, let me tell you 2 more things or 2 more concepts here. 2 more concepts. First is that if you make a parabola, this is the x-axis which is passing through the vertex, of course, and we are talking about latus rectum. Latus rectum is what? A line which is passing through the focus and it is parallel to the y-axis here. So we are making a line. This is the latus rectum, and the distance where it touches, or the distance between the point it touches the parabola, the distance will be equal to 4a. So how do we get the length? Let us say that the length is lambda right now. This is 0, 0, which is vertex. This is lambda. So x coordinate is a and y coordinate will be lambda. Always the y is the lambda here, and the next will be a minus lambda. So this a lambda is lying on this this parabola. So y square is 4ax. We have already done this. Now because a and lambda will be satisfying it, put it here. In place of y, put lambda. In place of x, put a. So lambda square will be equal to 4a square. Lambda will be equal to root 4a square. So it will be 2a. Lambda will be equal to 2a. So 2a is this distance lambda and 2a is the below distance. So what will be the length? Take the modulus, take the positive signs, add it. 2a plus 2a is 4a. So latus rectum length is 4a. One more thing will come. Any point on the parabola, what is the focal distance of this, any point from the focus? So we are taking it as xy, we have to generalize it. So xy distance from a comma 0, focus, from focus. So you are taking this as xy, and I am trying to generalizing it. I am not taking it as a lambda. It was just for latus rectum. So xy and a0, I am taking the distance formula, x minus a whole square plus y minus 0 whole square under root. This is the focal length. So this x minus a square and y square. Now y square we can put it as 4ax. In place of y square we can always put 4x. We know the equation now. So we will putting it, I am opening x minus a whole square, and then I am putting y square as 4ax. So what do you get? X square plus a square minus 2ax plus a square minus 2a plus 2x, sorry. So this will be x plus a whole square, which is in under root. So what do you get? You get x plus a. So this x plus a is the distance of any point on this parabola from the focus. From the focus. Now the question arises that there are 4 possibilities. So one we have already seen in detail. You just have to imagine how others will be formed. So first is y square 4ax. What is the axis? Y, because the axis of symmetry is x axis, so it is y equals 0. What is the directrix? It is on the left hand side, same distance, x equals minus a. Now take the reverse. Now take the directrix on the positive x-axis and focus on the negative x-axis. The vertex will remain as 0, 0. Directrix will be now a comma 0. So x equals a. X equals a. And what is the focus? Minus a 0. As the previous one was a 0, we have taken this on the negative x-axis. So minus a 0. Minus a 0. Vertex will be 0, 0. Latest rectum we have already seen for any of these 4 figures possible. 4a will be the latest rectum. So this will be 4a. And we have already proved it also. Now what is the equation of latest rectum? X equals a, x equals minus a. That is positive on positive x axis, line parallel to y, and same on the other side. So what is the focal distance? We have already seen this, a plus x. A plus x. Now you can just change the scenarios. Same concept you are going to use. So a plus x and a minus x will come. Now coming to, now we have changed the axis. Axis of symmetry is y-axis and the directrix is parallel to the x-axis. So all x and y will change. Wherever x was there, y will come. And the sign remains same. Right? What is this? If it is a0 above, on negative axis it will be 0 minus a. And just reverse it. Same thing, focus will be 0 minus a. Y equals a will be directrix. So y square equals 4ax. This is y square 4ax. This will be y square equals minus 4ax. So these are exactly same, only they are reversed, x and y axis. And now this x square 4ay, x square minus ay is the axis we have reversed. So axis we have changed. So y equals minus a, y equals a, you can see here. Focus will be 0 a, 0 minus a. Again we have changed the axis. And vertex is 0, 0 for every figure, each and every figure. Y equals a, y equals minus a is the equation of the latest rectum. So y a, y minus a, as I said, the axis change, so x and y will change. So a plus x, a minus x we have seen. Here it will be a plus y and a minus y, focal distance of the point. So this is about parabola. One more thing is that we have done it for our ease. But this case will always not be there. I am saying that the vertex will not always be 0, 0. It can be anywhere. So say it is at some point hk. Not 0, 0. If it is at hk and latest rectum remains as 4, 0, then what will be the equation? So the equation will be y square equals 4ax was the initial equation with 0, 0 as vertex. So now when it is at hk, the equation will change because hk, we have actually shifted the vertex to the right hand side. Y minus k equals 4ax minus h whole square. Y minus k whole square equals 4ax minus h. Sorry. Now y minus k whole square, you just take it as minus 4ax minus h. Now for the other two scenarios, when we have changed the axis, when the vertex is not 0, 0, but it is above, or you can say on the above y axis, so it is hk. So we have shifted the vertex now. So this will be x square equals minus 4ay or 4ay. So x minus h whole square equals 4ay minus k, and x minus h whole square minus 4a minus 4ay minus k. So these are the scenarios different parabola gives us. And this parabola is used most of the places because of its special quality, special properties. So parabolic reflectors are there. We use it in cars, automobiles. So when the light is coming all these light will come at focus. So every light or the energy comes at focus. So we use it as in the car as reflector, parabolic reflector, automobiles, and for in loudspeaker also we use it. In telescope we use it, this parabola, because the convergence power of this parabola is unique. Okay, so that is parabolic reflectors we are going to use it. And this already I have seen the projectile motion, and the hanging bridge also, it is of the parabolic form. So they have this wire different, I don't know much detail about this, but parabola also finds its use here in the bridges. So this is all about parabola. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.